6:30 a.m. on April 15th. I only had one dream last night, and it went all night. Dream manipulation. Definitely dream manipulation. So basically in the dream, Prince Harry showed up, and he's like spent the whole dream like trying to convince me that he was in love with me, and like he wanted me to like go for a walk with him, and we went to this park, and we were like sitting there talking, and he was like telling me all of these times that he had been like spying on me and like thought that I was beautiful, like describing what I was wearing and stuff. And it was like he was trying to get caught cheating on Megan, because like he kept like grabbing my hand and looking at me all sincerely and stuff, and then at one point he tried to kiss me. I wouldn't let him. I was like, no, I'm not that woman that's like gonna like do that to your wife, and I'm not like it's like I'm not gonna be end up getting dragged and shit like that by everyone, and just but yeah, it was, I've had like way back, like 10 years ago it started, where I was like having tons of dreams of Harry, and so like I tried to contact him because I was like, I keep having all these dreams of you, and I realized that like I wasn't interested in celebrities and shit at all back then, because I was like really goth, and they were like stupid fucking normal people, like boring, was not interested in any of those people. But I started having all those dreams, and it was around the same time that the VTK started, and it was the same time, it was like MySpace shut down, so I joined Facebook, and then the stalkers started harassing me. I started having all those dreams. The VTK shit started, and every time that I would have those dreams of him, then like celebrities would start harassing me and shit. And like, well, I wrote to him about it because I started to realize that we had all this stuff in common. Like, our mothers died when we were kids, and we were both mountaineers, and we were both in the army, and like I started to realize though that all of his like mountaineer outdoorsy stuff was like this fake persona that he was putting on to try and make it seem like he was the perfect guy for me. But he was really this like Prince Hans guy that was like using me to try and like repair his reputation, because like back then, whenever I wrote about like, hey, what if something happens with me and Prince Harry, I'm having all these dreams and stuff, people would like be like, oh, he's a piece of shit, like he was wearing that Nazi swastika stuff, and he's a racist, and I mean all the stuff that he has admitted to since he's been with Megan, how he used to be, and she saved it from him from it. Da, 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 da. He was like, he told Megan's dad to vote for Trump. Like, the movie Frozen was about him. It was about him, like, and his two-faced persona, like who he is for the media and who he actually is with his friends, like a mean guy and a bully and stuff. And he's also admitted to that nobody knows who the real him is. But anyways, like I wrote to him and I'd have dreams, and all of his like celebrity squad, all those people would be like harassing me and bullying me. Um, and the dreams of him weren't really like romantic. Um, like there was never anything like sexual or anything like that, because mostly the dreams were like I had to like try and impress his friends, otherwise like I would never fit in with them or whatever. Um, and at a point I realized that like because there were all these like veteran suicides and stuff, like Obama had just like drawn down the military, and it, I was having problems with my back from what happened with the freaking NCO in Iraq, making me run with 60 pounds of water and like train for a half marathon and shit. Um, but when I would go to the VA, it was like they would like medically gaslight me. They would like send me to mental health instead of trying to help for my back. And um, like I started to get suicidal because I was having all these problems. Like my legs would collapse underneath me, and I was having vomiting attacks, and like, um, and my spine was just always feeling. It felt like I had shin splints like all the time in my spine, and it was affecting my whole body. Um, and I told the VA that if they didn't stop sending me to mental health for my spine issues, that I was just gonna kill myself, because like I couldn't freaking live like that. And so they sent me home with the suicide cocktail from Guide to Humane Self Chosen Death. I figured that out pretty easily because when I got home, you know, like anybody does, I Googled the medications. Um, and that was the first thing that showed up. So basically, the VA ordered me to kill myself. You know, that I was a burden on the country that I was serving, kind of thing, or that I had served. Um, and I wrote to Harry, and I said that I felt like he was involved in something where the US was like trying to kill off soldiers that they felt were burdens, with his like Invictus stuff, because the whole Invictus thing is basically like gaslighting everybody in the military that's physically injured, that like, you know, it's your fault that you're not doing well in life, because you know that you're the master of your own fate. Like it's like really kind of fucked up shit. Not kind of, like it's really fucked up shit. um and at the time, I was when I wrote to him, I was like, I think that you're a better person than that, and I don't think that you know what you're involved with, and so I wanted to tell you that, you know, I feel like the message that's being put across with Invictus and with your mental health campaign is actually killing people. And then, you know, like, well, I don't want to skip too far ahead. So then, like, all these celebrity people that are affiliated with American politicians started like really like horribly harassing me. Like these mannequins were made with my face and my exact body measurements. And there were like sex dolls that were made, and they'd make fun of me about it. And it was like people that were seen with Harry, like they were like taking stories, my life stories, and making movies with my life stories, so that I looked like a fucking crazy person that was like watching movies and then saying that the stuff from the movies happened to me. Um, the stalker was like isolating me, and it's all like led up to where I am now, where like I don't talk to anyone anymore. I pay the chiropractor myself. I avoid the VA. Um, like I've been through so much abuse in my life, and it's just like I just get while Harry and his friends are all like woke and fake victims, and everybody should be so nice to them because they're like fucking rich people that they never deserve to be put in this spotlight with all these people paying attention to them, whatever their fucking stake is. Um, where like, you know, we're told that we're supposed to kiss their ass, then they turn around and they are like so fucked up to me. Um, so yeah, I had another one of those dreams last night with, you know, Harry trying to fucking manipulate me, so that I won't talk about him anymore on social media, most likely. Um, and then at the end of the dream, Isabella Rossellini showed up, and she was like one of the people who have been hiding, trying to take photos of us. And she noticed that I was like pushing away from him and like turning down his advances, and she came up and she was like, God, you're such a beautiful woman, but I can tell that you're in a lot of pain. And she said, every single photo of you, even when you're smiling, you look like you're in pain. And she like turned around the camera and showed me, and I woke up. So there's my dream last night, and a lot of backstory about how I've been harassed. It continues to this day. They're using, you know, algorithms and V2K, dream manipulation, and have all of these like hella freaking rich celebrities just like ripping me off and harassing me. And then the celebrities have that, not only do they have bots that attack me, but they have you know, just like their rabid fucking idiot fans that like anytime I try to call them out, their fans are like, oh, you're delusional, you need to take meds and all this shit. Oh, and also I found this article that I post all the time that it was a study that found that veterans, when they are put into the mental health system, are way, way, way more often committing suicide. Like, the mental health system is pushing veterans to suicide. Fact. And they keep trying to push it on us. And when I write about it, like I tagged, because in the article it said that Black veterans and Black people in general were less likely to commit suicide because of the fact that they distrusted the system and just wouldn't go to these like mental health appointments. And so I wrote to Michelle Obama, like trying to, because I was trying to warn the government, like, you know, I didn't know who the fuck I should trust, you know, other than like we're supposed to be able to trust these people. And immediately she, as if it was just like, oh, that's a demographic we're not making money on, started promoting the mental health system more to Black people. Like, and it wasn't just like veterans who go into the mental health system and are put on drugs. I mean, that's an even higher rate, but it was just veterans that are put into the mental health system and go to therapy. They're committing suicide more often than those who don't. And it's because they're teaching us all this like manifestation shit that doesn't work. And DBT, I call it diabolical behavior training, because basically what DBT is that they tell you to just like not give a fuck. They're like, oh, well, you know, there's all this messed up stuff happening in the world, but when you see something that's messed up happening, you just need to like meditate and think about yourself you know, and just focus on your own feelings and letting it go. Just let it go. Let it go. Frozen. It all connects back together. So, yeah, I mean, he was like doing a whole lot of ass kissing in my dream last night, but I'm not falling for it. Like, fuck Prince Harry. If these people, any of these people who have fucked with me for the last decade, have something to say to me, they need to fucking say it to my face. Not with dream manipulation, not with voice to skull. That shit's abusive. That shit is disrespectful. I get gaslighted. I get treated like shit by everyone because people don't believe me that it's possible that this technology exists because they don't have access to it yet. Even though, like, fucking bone conduction and sound beaming and shit like that is I mean, you could buy headphones where you could like walk around in your house, and I mean, they're not headphones. Not headphones. They have bone conduction headphones. You can buy speakers where you can walk around in your house and they will track you, and you are the only person that can hear what's playing on the speakers in your head. The shit has been used for billboards and shit, so that when you're walking by the billboard, you hear it in your head, and nobody else anywhere else hears it. Like, it's a fucking product. I'm so sick of people gaslighting me, treating me like shit. I was educated in communications technology. I literally know how the shit works. You know, like, not just fuck Harry, fuck everyone for gaslighting me. So now I'm pissed. I'm just gonna try and, like, get through what I have to today. I've got shit that I need to get done. Try not to fucking have a breakdown again because, like, I got the pressure of, like, the whole world on me. My professor at University of Washington, I presented him so much information that he believed me, and he had me contact people at the UN, but the UN isn't gonna do shit because all the countries that are affiliated with the UN want to be able to use this technology and gaslight everyone about it too. Like, literally the whole fucking world. And they just, like, lurk on me constantly, spying on me, exploiting every fucking thing that I do. His wife had, or Megan had people fucking following me, and like I for a long time, like, every single day I would have to, like, take a picture of the outfit that I was wearing to, like, prove it that, like, if I put something on, anything at all, they would have somebody in their squad and the media, like, wearing the same thing just to, like, throw it in my face that they were watching me in my own home and just, like, wherever I went. And even if I didn't take a photo, they would do it. Like, Megan, I didn't take a photo because I was just going to bring food when COVID first started to a shelter for men who were released from jail because, you know, I thought, like, I mean, my dad was there, and I thought, like, if I bring all of these guys food, then they're not, like, gonna be out, like, robbing houses and shit, trying to get money. I mean, maybe they still would, but, like, maybe they'll be less likely because they'll be, like, just fat and lazy from eating. That was my logic. So I was bringing them food, and I would just wear, like, you know, my basic, like, army green capris and a black sweater and some sneakers and, like, you know, dress down. And so here comes fucking Megan to bring food to a shelter during COVID wearing the exact fucking outfit because they had been following me. She does shit like that. Every time I do anything, they try to make it about themselves and take credit, and then I look like a crazy person because they have a huge fan base, and Nobody gives a fuck what happens to me. They just feel entitled to abuse me, like, because I was a military veteran. They all think that, like, I'm just their bitch. No. But yeah, all this shit, I was just pushed me to several suicide attempts. In January, I tried to buy a gun to blow my brains out, but I have a PTSD diagnosis. So apparently, I found out that any veteran that has a PTSD diagnosis can't buy a gun. I have the bullets and the magazines because the gun at the pawn shop didn't have magazines, so I had to order them separately. I have them in a drawer right below where I'm sitting, because I couldn't return them. I'm just so fucking tired of this shit. Like, I'm out here innovating, fucking, like, told the world how to harvest carbon from the atmosphere and turn it into diamonds, and how to harvest electricity the same way, and how to harvest water the same way. Like, I'm out here, like, trying to fucking help people make the world a better place, and they just, like, steal every idea that I have. The Space Force motto, that was me. Give credit to a guy because he looks like Obama. Beyonce with her whole fucking movement for years and years and years now, specifically out to get me. They're all like openly fucking, blatantly fucking Satanists. Our government involved with it. 22 minutes in, I'm gonna stop ranting anyway. So that was my dream last night.